Just a couple more things I want to talk about, and one of them is I think in Beowulf we have a figure who's a woman figure who's actually quite powerful in the role that she plays and how she handles her role. Now, Wealhtheow is the wife of Hrothgar, and she's not really a main character. We don't see her that much. Sometimes when we see her, she's the narrator reminds us that she knows her place. She knows the roles that's expected from her. That are expected from her. She knows how to perform the pageantry that is expected for her to perform. But there's also a scene where Wealhtheow really comes to the aid of Hrothgar in a very, very important way and kind of saves Hrothgar from making a really terrible mistake. This is after Beowulf has killed Grendel. Hrothgar, of course, is so excited about this that he unthinkingly says to Beowulf, "I'm going to adopt you as a son for my own. You are now my adopted son." And Wealhtheow hears this, and she understands the political turmoil that this action could create in the future when Hrothgar dies. Because Hrothgar has children. He has two sons that are mentioned. So if Hrothgar takes on another adopted son, that would be Beowulf, and then Hrothgar dies, who's the kingdom going to go to? Is it going to go to his blood sons, or is it going to go to Beowulf? Well, Beowulf would probably have the power to take the kingdom by force, but the kingdom that is there would be divided on who to support. So Wealhtheow is able to see this this gesture that Hrothgar makes in excitement, and she's able really to shut it down, but she's able to shut it down politely. She doesn't freak out or anything. She goes to Hrothgar and she says, "Hey, I know you're excited, but before you do anything, before you make any promises, why don't you just, wait and enjoy the victory that Beowulf has won for you? Basically, be patient. Just settle down, right?" But in a nice way to her king and her husband. She's able to say that. She also goes to Beowulf, who Hrothgar has already said, "Hey, you're going to be one of my adopted sons." She's able to go to Beowulf and recast him not as a son, an adopted son, but she asked that he be an advisor to her sons. This would be much, much more of a safe political relationship for Beowulf to have with Hrothgar and his kingdom. Not as a son, but as a role model and as an advisor to his children. So I think Wealhtheow here, for a female character early in literature, very early in literature, does demonstrate quite a bit of savvy and of guts to confront Beowulf and Hrothgar very effectively in this potential disaster. The last thing I want to say is I just think it's really neat that Beowulf, the reason why he decides to go help Hrothgar when he hears about the terror that Grendel is raining upon his kingdom, he wants glory. Well, he gets glory, and I think it's interesting that not only Hrothgar, but Hrothgar and Wealhtheow mention that Beowulf has won immortality in conquering Grendel the way that he conquers him. And if Beowulf is a real guy, then that's true. Here we are, still today talking about Beowulf, and the glory of his actions still live on, and they'll continue to live on. I don't ever see British literature being without Beowulf as a fundamental text that you look at. So I think that's really neat here. The first confrontation we have with Grendel, this is Beowulf's chance to make a name for himself. He already has a reputation, but this is a reputation that's very, very home-centered, and this is Beowulf's chance to go abroad and to take his reputation and his might and his glory to other places to ensure his future is one of glory, and he's able to achieve it. Now, the second and third confrontations that Beowulf has with Grendel's mother and with the dragon, we do see some changes to Beowulf's character. We see some changes to Beowulf's effectiveness. So other videos will talk about that.